Well, this one is another Asian beer. I definitely do promote a lot of American beers, and just anybody that's looking at the imported ones, I do try my best to cover some of them. Hopefully, just enough where it just gets you comfortable. But by all means, they definitely provide uh, distinct differences, especially from Germany, Russian, Chinese, Japanese, Korean. There's some that are similar, but there's definitely what they call premium is different than we consider premium. Because like for us, Modelo is premium, but coming from Mexico, definitely very malty, golden, gorgeous. Whereas theirs might be sweet or might be dry, but it's definitely the malt back is what makes it rich and inviting and just super flavorful. So, if I say this correctly, Hitachino Nest, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm saying close. Somebody correct me, help me out. It's Japanese beer, I love it. It just started out as a sake family tradition. They did it for many years. Apparently, they decided to utilize those techniques for premium or amazing beer. Very, I guess, the best beer is what they're going to go for, obviously. And I do love Japan because when they focus on something, they go very hard on it. They want it to be the best of the best of the best. And it's not always like super, a lot of intense flavor. It's like the balance every time correctly. And that is ingenious. I love it. I cannot get enough of it. They respect people that just do everyday jobs. It's kind of nice. This is a ginger brew, a real ginger. I know it's kind of nice to always have ginger beer, but it's never actually a beer. It's beer because they ferment it, but there's no supposed to be alcohol in it. This is a beer that has alcohol in it, so I'm very intrigued. I want to see what it's about. I love it. Yep, brewed ginger. The actual burn of ginger is beautiful to me. The horseradish, it's not that it burns anything. It just it hits your back of your nose. It has vapors. That's different. It's not the same spice. Once it hits here, and oh, it's spicy. No, I want to feel the burn here because that's what I'm used to. Chilies and the oils from the chilies hits on your tongue. It goes up a little bit to your palate, but it's mainly affected here on your lips, tongue, around the mouth, and then if you eat too much too fast down the throat. So ginger still has that sting, but a beautiful. It's actually like natural, like kind of yellow, and it's weird because it tastes like that yellow. It's like it's a root, but it's clean. I'm getting a hint of it on here. Mostly the malt. There's a beautiful color. It's very auburn red, and it's very even because normally you get like a hue in the middle, especially with the light on it. This is just red across the board. Gorgeous. The ginger burns, but that juicy earthiness of the ginger is skipped. So you're going straight to the flavor and the burn, and then the malt and the hops bring a little bitterness and a balance. So it's not, by all means, for me, it's not sweet at all. It's a beautiful amber beer, and all the sweetness is balanced with the hops, the natural bitterness, probably from the ginger too. And then the ginger is these a little tiny burn, and it's little footprint, and then it goes away, and then you have this beautiful golden, where it dulls down, and you go into back into the red auburn ale, or just amber ale. Just very savory, well done. And don't get me wrong, I will say, if you were getting this like the seasonal thing, and you were in Japan and you have this, there could be more natural sweetness. A lot of that gets eaten up, and the yeast just dies off at a certain point, but there may be some minor residual, and it will continue as it travels here. So here is drier, balanced, savory. Chimay Blue, I've had it. My homeboy, he was in Belgium, I was in Germany, and he's like, you gotta try their beer. And he brought it over, and it was very sweet and floral. It was amazing, but it was dark. It was smooth. And then I got one in the States, and there's just this weird bitterness, and it could be from the hops too, because some of the other flavors that contribute to the fruitiness kind of die off. The oils maintain a certain bitterness that just lasts, and it's good. But with the other flavors, it's more balanced. And so I tried a couple more. The Chimay White would probably be smoother over there. I've had it here, a little more bitterness, and the red has that little tinge in the back. It's nothing bad. It's just, well, it is bad because what they consider the perfect moment to have the beer, you're way past that. It's already been traveling. Only a handful of beers can maintain their beautiful flavor as they come over, and it's because they use the cheapest route usually. It's still expensive. It's all expensive to put a Connex full of stuff, but then you're like, oh, and refrigeration is an extra amount. And you're like, we can make it. We can make it, especially towards the colder climate times, winter times, fall. They're gonna try and risk it more. The oceans are definitely cold. Way before then, doesn't matter. They don't agree with land. They do their own thing. So just always understand that mild consideration. You will have great imported beers like the bulks and stuff like that. But if you go over there and you have that specific recipe at the brewery, near the brewery, or within the region where it gets distributed immediately, that's another big thing. Like for Yinling, people talk so much smack, but when you're near the brewery, even in Virginia, I was in Virginia when I had it, it was delicious. Had a lot more going on out here. A little drier, a little different, a little more rounded. Some of them might be a little off because they are not treated correctly. The temperature comes off weird, like they would probably sit in the sun. Some places will storm outside. You're not going to get all that beauty. But when you're in Pennsylvania and you get it, it's going to be way different than as it travels down the states this way and as it goes inward. So you're going to have multiple flavor profiles from that one same recipe. Even if you treat it the same, it will slowly change as it travels. So just understand that, just know that. But this is pretty solid. They make very good beers. They come over here well balanced. There's a few in there. There's probably a little rice in there, and it really softens it. So you're getting this bold beer. If they just made it one grain, it might be a little more intense, a little more malty, a little more golden, a little more intense, and a little more cereal. But they did a good job, and it made it here. And I'm digging the ginger combo. But this one for me, the hops, I believe that's where bitterness is coming from, is a little more intense. And I imagine it'd be a little sweetness in the background, which would really bring it together. So knowing this, I'm aware of that. If you don't know, and that's why I went on this long tangent, you're gonna come across like blah, because you have no idea yet. You have no understanding, and this is just to help you. Okay, it was pretty good. I liked it. A little too much on this. Wish it was a little sweeter. I like sweeter beers. That's cool. For people that are savory and you're already happy and having a good time, you're enjoying your beer, you just grab the one off the shelf because you're probably just going to be right where you want to be at. So that's the main differences. Hopefully that just helps you out. For now, I'm very pleased with this, especially from traveling far away and making it over here. So thank you. Wonderful. I'll tag them on it. Everybody else, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you might want to get it. I got it at the H Mart, which is way up north in Austin. You probably can go to your local Asian store and find it. And if you have a Japanese store, that's probably where it's going to be at. So until then, I don't even know what to say. What would you say in Japanese for like prost? But that word. I'm sorry, but cheers, because that's what I know, and I'll catch you later.